And that's what happens when keeping it real goes wrong.
What is up, you big bodacious bag of buttholes? Den here. I just got back from a lovely Vegas vacation. Yeah, if you guys ever wanted to know a little bit more about me personally, I am horrendously down bad for the city of sin. But it's not for any of the degenerate reasons you might think. I just really like the architecture of the strip. It just looks cool there. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know. I've been going there since I was a kid and I just feel comfortable there. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I got cooked to a nice medium well while I was over there. Yeah, the sun is a prominent feature there if you've never been. I became a DJ at Omega Mart. I met Alex Pereira and people were not kidding. His hands are absolutely massive. And on the horrendous road trip back, I found the biggest butterfly knife. And yes, I'm still wearing the same Superman jersey. Because guess what? I bought this in Vegas too. And I absolutely love it. I am so goddamn excited for this movie. If it sucks, then I will refrain from watching movies ever again for the rest of my days. But also while I was there, I stopped at the Guitar Center that was right off the strip and I got to play this lovely made-to-measure R9. And it was so neat that it got me thinking. If you've watched any of my videos these past few months, you'll know that I've not really been quiet about my criticisms towards Gibson. I have indeed found a niche, and that niche is whining about a billion-dollar corporation acting like a billion-dollar corporation. But with all my complaining, one might wonder why my collection is comprised almost entirely out of Les Pauls. Despite my criticisms of the brand that makes them, the Les Paul is easily my favorite style of guitar in existence. But why is that, you ask? So instead of hating this week, I figured why don't we do some glazing for a change? So in today's video, I'm gonna do my best to sell you on the Les Paul. I'm gonna embrace my inner Elon Musk meat rider and do everything I can to explain why these guitars have a vice lock on my peener, despite them being made by a mega corporation that does everything it can to give itself bad PR. For starters, we have, obviously, the sound. It's the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. It sounds like a transformer having an orgasm, which makes sense because we're basically listening to a magnet goon with a copper wire. From the bright, snappy bark of a good bridge humbucker to the sweet, creamy smoothness of a good neck humbucker. From the sweetest solo that sounds like a beautiful singer pouring their heart out to the nastiest riff fueled by pure rage, creating the audible embodiment of anger. Let me just put it this way. The last thing I want to hear before I die is the sound of a good Les Paul. Up next, we have the shape. Like, do I really need to explain? These things just look so sick. It's like you're playing a muscle car. The curves, the cutout, the top carve that creates that perfect little dish, the two perfectly placed humbuckers, it's just perfect, guys. It tickles my brain and my balls in perfect harmony. I don't know what it is, but you look at one and it just looks right. Every time I see one of mine, I go, yep, that is indeed what a guitar looks like. Gibson nailed the single cut shape with the Les Paul, and I almost can't blame them for being so hilariously goddamn stingy with that body shape. Up next, we have the finishes. I may poke fun at the olds from time to time, but I got some boomer-ass tastes in finishes, I tell you what. Cherry Sunburst is the only one that I objectively don't like. It's too much red. Too red. I don't like red. It's too much. But once you get rid of most of that red, that's when it starts getting good. Iced Tea Burst is beautiful. Honey Burst is exquisite. Lemon Burst? Give me all of them. Tobacco Burst? Yes, please. These random combinations of yellow, gold, and brown seduce my eyes in a way that can't fully be described with the words we currently have. However, another one of my favorites is the white Les Paul Custom. Ooh, boy. Black ones are cool too, don't get me wrong, but a white Les Paul Custom never fails to remind me that there is indeed true beauty in this world. Someone's gonna take that out of context and use it to say I'm racist. I just know that's gonna happen one day. But a white Les Paul custom that isn't even white anymore, now that's really gonna make my bajinkles bajoink. The less white a white Les Paul custom is, the better, in my humble, hung like a train opinion. The best kind of white Les Paul custom is a yellow Les Paul custom. If I see a white Les Paul custom and it is so yellowed out that I can just tell its previous owner died of lung cancer from tobacco exposure, that's the one right there. That's it. That's all I need in my life to be happy. Up next, we have the tops. You see, if you play guitar for long enough, then you too will eventually become a slut for the phenomenon known as figured wood. Quilted maple is cool. Plain maple is great. Poplar burl is a close second, but the king of figured wood has to be flamed maple. I like it when it's thin and pinstripey. I love it when it's wide and bold and it's got that thickness. And I like it when it's wavy and kind of torn up and looks like tiger stripes. But here's the thing about flame maple that makes it better than all the others. It literally dances for you. A good flame maple top has this really cool 3D effect. Depending on what angle you're looking at the guitar from, it can look like an entirely different guitar. I don't know, man. The movement of flame maple is just such a cool phenomenon. It elevates your guitar from just an instrument to an interactive piece of art. It's so goddamn cool. Throw one of those bursts we were just talking about over that, and you got a recipe for a spicy meatball, I tell you what. You know, the other day I was looking at a menu and I saw that they had vegan meatballs. And I just kind of think that would be a hilarious insult to call someone. Like, imagine someone's just trying to talk shit to you and you're just like, shut up, you vegan meatball. They're dead. They're dead. There's no recovering from that. Up next, we have the headstock. Man, is it satisfying to look at. Like, it just looks right. Am I wrong? Like, I know it's objectively a terrible design for tuning stability, but goddamn, is it easy on the eyes. I tell you what, especially when they've got the headstock diamond. Shit. I absolutely love the oversized headstock diamond they put on Gibson Les Paul Customs. That truly gets me stiffer than a priest on Sunday morning. Guitar design peaked with the diamond inlay, and it's been downhill ever since, guys. Up next, we have the Mojo. This one's kind of hard to explain, but when you get a good Les Paul, and I mean a good one, it's got this thing, and we call it Mojo. It can't be described, it can only be felt. You will understand when you experience it. If you haven't already experienced it, you're gonna grab a guitar one day, and it will change you. You won't even play it yet. You'll hold it in your hands, and you'll be like, okay, I get it. I understand what Mojo is now. This is what that is. It may take some time for you to experience it, but when you do experience it, it's a pretty magical thing. I don't want to be corny, but that's just the best way I can put it. Another thing, let's be real, they just look cool when other people play them. That's the only reason any of us got into Les Pauls in the first place. It's the same story for every Les Paul fan, whether it was live or in concert. One day, we witnessed a sweaty, drugged up menace who looked like they were about to pass out playing the dickens out of a Les Paul. And the first thing every single one of us said was, that is the coolest shit that I have ever seen in my entire goddamn life. It awoken something primal inside of us. It just looks cool when someone's playing a Les Paul. And I tell you what, it looks cool when you play one too. Up next, we have the infighting. It is very funny. The prices of these Gibson Les Pauls naturally attract an older and more egotistical crowd on average. And naturally, when you throw a bunch of old narcissists into a group together, you are going to have some of the most hilarious infighting you've ever experienced in your life. And it is grade A entertainment, I tell you what. These goobers will be at each other's throats, having impassioned speeches over why you're a piece of shit if you run a pick guard, or if you don't run a pick guard. They're sending death threats towards each other about whether or not you should top wrap a Les Paul, or they'll accuse each other of having a fake Les Paul and that they're just a poser. Or my favorite, they will partake in the saddest dick measuring contest known to man, and they'll argue about who owns the most overpriced Les Paul out there. Next up, we have the nostalgia. This one's a little bit personal to me. I'm sure everyone's experience with this is going to be a little different, but every time I see a Les Paul, I get like a Ratatouille flashback to when I was just a little kid dreaming about owning a Les Paul, where I was just sitting at my computer watching Jimmy Page or Randy Rhoads or Gary Moore just go insane on a Les Paul. Or that one video where a bunch of rock stars are just glazing the shit out of 1959 Les Pauls. Or just spending hours on Gibson's website drooling over the thousands of Les Pauls they make. I don't know, it just connects me to back when I was a kid and life wasn't so stressful. Okay, I think that is good. I think that is my official pitch on the Les Paul. If you aren't convinced that these are the greatest things on planet Earth, then have a talk with your parents about how many times they dropped you on your head. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I really hope you guys enjoyed. As always, make sure you go down there and leave a comment. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Make sure you share the video around and finger blast the like button. And if you regularly watch my channel and you haven't already subscribed, then the Gibson Les Paul that you buy is gonna suck. And it's gonna suck so much that Gibson's gonna sue you over it. They're gonna sue you for selling you a bad guitar. How do you like that? Real quick, I wanna give a big shout out and a thank you to Cosmic Steez, A Horse Running, Solar Flare, Sue Novermo, Rob Heath, Bad Joe Guitars, Brandon's Ballast Corner, Bandage Knives, Jan Chocolate, Leagues Beneath, and Scott Toman. These Heathas are my current channel members and their support really does mean a lot. If you want to join them, get a shout out in my longer videos, get access to the members only videos, and just help support this channel in a bigger way, then you can go down there, click the join button. Tiers start as low as 3 schmeckles. There's also the super thanks button down there if you just want to give me some money, but I'm done being a tool. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
Adios.